Hey guys, it's Becca. So today we are going to be doing this look right here. It's kind of like a natural everyday, more on like a little glamorous side. Use a kind of like a light pink mauve color with a little bit of shimmer. Just really super easy. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe if you like. Leave comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Bye guys. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. Just going to put that right over the lids. Then I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender. Blend that right into the lids. This is a nice primer. You don't even really need to use a primer. If I use one, I like the Urban Decay Love Potion. Then this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow in Blanc. You put that all over the lids just so it kind of gives you a base, and it makes it a lot easier to blend out those harsh lines. Then I'm going to be going in with the Morphe M330, and I'm going to be using the Morphe palette. I will list it down below for you so you know exactly what shades and palette I'm using. I'm going to go with that with the crease, just work inner to outer, blend those lines, windshield wiper motions. Then I'm going with the same brush, just 2 shades over. It's a little bit darker. It'll give it a little bit more dimension. Then I'm going to use the shade just 2 over. This color is nicer because it's about a shade and a half darker, and it'll just give you a little bit more dimension. So I just put that right on top of that first shade, maybe a little bit lower. Then I'm going to go in with Becca Opal with an M167 from Morphe. If you want, you can dampen it with Urban Decay. Any setting spray or even eye drops works really well. I just didn't want it to pop that much. I want this to be more of a glistening summer, spring day. Then just going to put that all over the lid. I like to go from inner to outer, so most of the pigment is on the inner of the eye, so it really pops. It just really fades out. Then I'm going to go in with Sigma Beauty E25. I'm going to go in with a darker shade and just place that literally on the outsides of the eye and pack it on there. Then I feather it in just the tiniest bit. Then I'm going to go back in with that M330 or 303 brush and blend it in. It really doesn't take long because we didn't take that darker of a shade where it's going to leave a really harsh line. Then just curl your lashes, or you don't really need to. I just need to because my lashes go straight out. Then coat your eyelashes with any mascara that you like. You can either leave your day look like this, or you could add lashes like I do. And I put the glue on then I'm going to go in with the Becca Shimmering Illuminator, and I'm in the shade, or doing the shade Champagne Pop. I'm just going to rub that in with a damp beauty blender. I only put it on the high points of my cheeks, my chin, my cupid's bow, tip of the nose, and center of the forehead. I don't want it to be too overdone. Even, no, it's not really an overdone product. I just wanted those to be really shiny on those. Then I go in with my Demi Wispies. The trick with the glue in lashes is let it get tacky. I let it sit for maybe 45 seconds, and you want to make sure you put more glue on the ends, so then it'll really, really stay. Then I will go in and tweeze them together. Some people think it's crazy that I go in with tweezers. Yes, it is. They have lash applicators, which I do recommend using. I don't know why I got in this habit of using tweezers, but it's just something I've always done. It does look kind of painful now that I'm really watching it, but I'm really just making sure that lash strip is super close to the lash line so there's no gaps. Those are pretty easy to see, especially if I'm not using any dark shadows or any eyeliner. This lash was a pain in the butt to get on. Sometimes you just need more lash glue. Then I'm going in with the new Naked Skin. It's like the SPF in it, in the shade medium light. Just going to put that all over. Then I'm going to blend it in with a damp beauty blender again. I always blend my foundation down to my neck with spray tan or not, just in case there's any harsh lines. Just going to blend that in. And yes, that is my cat meowing in the back. And then we're going to go back with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. Going to put that under the eyes. I don't bring it down too much just because we are going for more of a everyday look. And I do also put it on the center of my nose, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and the chin, just so it's even from the under eyes. You don't want just your under eyes to be really, really brighter compared to the rest of your face, so it'll look a little funky. So then again, going with the damp beauty blender, I love using this as opposed to a brush. It doesn't leave any streaks. If I do use a brush, I will still go in with the beauty blender at the end, and it just gets all that excess foundation or whatever it is that you used off, and it looks more like an airbrush to look. It's one of my favorite tricks, especially for brides. So we're just going to keep blending that in. So next I'm going to be going with the HG Makeup Forever, the translucent powder. And then still again, of course, going in with a damp beauty blender, putting that right under the eye, kind of baking. I like this, especially with the damp beauty blender, which you would not think mixing a damp beauty blender in with a powder. It is surprisingly really amazing. I do this under my eyes, and then my forehead, and then the bottoms of my jaws right underneath where the contour would be, or bronzer, just to give it a little bit more of a pop, and you can really see your contour, bronzer, whatever it is that you're doing a little bit more. Then it is a Hoola bronzer with a Morphe E3 brush. Just going to throw that right in. I had a little bit of a hard time blending this in today. I also like to go on my temples just so it gives me that more of a bronzed look. It does make your forehead look a little bit thinner, even though if you don't even have a bigger forehead, you still feel like you need to do it. Then I'm going to contour my nose. I like to bring it from the top of my nose and a little bit into my brow bone just so it looks a little bit more natural. I bring it all the way to the tip of my nose and I go on top of it a little bit just to make it look a little bit thinner. And make sure you blend that out so there's not just one line. You want to bring it all the way down almost to the bottom of your nose toward your cheeks, or else it'll just be a line and you can totally tell that you did contour it. We don't want that. You can see even a little bit there only because I still have that bakage on. Now you also go on the bottom of my lip so it gives you more of that powdier look. This is the Morphe E4 brush, I believe. I'll link it down below. And Jaclyn Hill's Becca Cosmetics new face palette. It's my absolute favorite blush. I'm surprised it's not out yet. Just going to throw that on the apples of the cheeks. Then I'm going to go with E35 or F35 from Sigma Beauty. Like I said, it will be linked down below. I'm just going to wipe all that bakage away. I did miss a little spot on my cheek now that I see it from baking. That's why you really want to make sure that you wipe it away because now it looks kind of like I have a blemish and I tried to cover it. Then I'm going to go in with Champagne Pop with another Morphe brush. I like using a fan brush because it gives you more of a natural look. The fluffier, the more natural. I'm going to go ahead and brush out my brows. This really makes a difference. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Chocolate. And then I use one of the smallest brushes. There's probably maybe 20 hairs in it. It really, really is a detailed brush, so it looks like hairs, and you don't get any harsh lines. I mean, you can if you get a lot of product on the brush. The nice thing is with this product, you literally have to use the smallest amount so it lasts a long time. And I only really dip my brush in the pomade maybe 2 times per brow. Then I go in and spoolie them again, so yes, they look like hairs, but they are blended a little bit. I'm going to go back in with that Blanc that I used to use as a base for my eyeshadow and just highlight the brow bone and also the inner corner. This is the E18 brush from Morphe, and I'm going to use that second shadow that I had used from the Morphe palette. I'm going to throw that all under the lash line. Then I'm going to just do a quick little coat of mascara, nothing too much because you want it to look more on the everyday natural look. And I'm going to use the Color Pop Lippy Stick in Lemure, I think is how you pronounce it. It's really pretty. I like to top it with a lip gloss sometimes, a nude lip gloss, just to tone it down a little bit. If you want that more of a natural lip look, just kind of depends on what you want. And that completes your look. You can set your face with your makeup setting spray, whatever you like. I hope you guys liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and you'll see a video soon. Bye, guys.